What's up everyone, welcome back to One Strange Adventure. Welcome to the next video, and in today's video we have a packed one. We're leaving Colorado, we're going into Wyoming for the first time. We're staying at an amazing harvest host. We're upgrading the truck with a new air compressor. We're going to install new toilets in the RV. So upgrading the truck and the RV in today's video. Let's get going.
It's so difficult to stop.
It's way different, isn't it?
Yeah.
An airlift, wireless onboard air compressor system. Hey, what's up? All right, it's the next morning. We stayed at Sentinel Mountain RV in Quickstop. Got it. We're in site number 7, and unfortunately, it was showing only 102 volts coming in. So my watchdog just cut it off. I'll show you a screenshot right now of what it was doing. And so when it does that, what the watchdog does is actually cuts the power, monitors for 90 seconds, and then cuts it back on. Well, obviously it was just too much draw, I guess, on the way they have their grid set up. So what I ended up doing, luckily, there's a site open right over here. I ran my cord through there. There's only 30 amp on that side. There's 50 and 30 on this one, so it must be on a different leg or something. That one maintained about 115 volts. It's still a little low, 110 to 115, but the watchdog cuts it off at 104. It was enough to keep us going for the night. So just FYI, I mean, it's always good to have the surge protector in the line. I've got ours wired in, so you can't just take it out of the line. It's in there. So a little bit of a pain, but good for the RV. We're on our way to a harvest host tonight. Actually, we're staying at an arena. Yeah, this one should be pretty cool. And then we're only an hour and a half from Wind Haven, where we are going to be about 40 minutes outside of the Grand Tetons. So really excited about this trip because we've never been to Wyoming. New state unlocked. Still can't believe that's 50 amp cord.
That's a whole lot.
Been holding it for a while, huh?
Yeah.
Was there a glare again?
No, sun was in my eye.
You want to talk about that second cord?
Yes, it's a cord that is the second.
Made for plugging in.
The Ford comes with the backup trailer assist, and this is the cable that goes to it. The cable goes up to a box that's mounted on the side of the hitch, and it tells the truck where the trailer is in relation to the truck, and that's what you use for the little knob.
Which we've only done once. We should try that again one day.
Yeah, for sure.
Nick's got long arms, so he can reach those chains right there.
Well, his arms aren't long. He just doesn't have the stomach that's preventing his arms from going this far. I used the coil from the old one and the new one.
Make it longer.
Yeah. All right, this is your first time driving the camper. So I just want you to pull straight out and hook around that tree and go straight.
Okay.
So just hold on a second. Figured we could give him a little practice in this big wide open spot of just, Cindy's in the truck with him, just pulling out and then going this way. So let's see how he does. How'd that feel?
It's so difficult to stop.
It's way different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's way different, and you got to come way out to make a turn. Yeah, good job.
Thanks.
Nicely done. Hey, go for it. Alright, 9% over 2 miles. How you feeling?
Truck did good. I mean, I had to use the brake on 9% grade for sure. My ears are popping. We just came down 1,000 feet in like a mile. Okay, we made it to our next destination. We are at a harvest host, and I mean, they have 50 acres. Like, it's a massive harvest host. This is Jim Moss Arena and Campground, and we're in Wyoming. We're about an hour and a half outside of Du Bois. I don't know. I can never pronounce these things. We're about an hour and a half outside of that, so great place to stop. 50 amp, has a dump station, water, all you can ask for. $30 for the night. Unfortunately, the mountain range that we're starting to see is the ones that the Tetons are in, and it's smoky. It's like we should be able to see, not the Teton range, but we should be able to see the beginning of that same mountain range, and we can't. So we're gonna have to see, just gonna have to play by ear and see where it lands. All right, everybody, we made it to Wyoming.
Welcome to Wyoming.
Yeah, this is the Wind River, which flows from the Grand Tetons.
Yep, we're going downstream towards our campground.
To Du Bois, Wyoming.
We are staying at the Wind Haven.
Yeah, it's a small little campground. We're right on the river. It's really nice.
Yeah.
We'll be here for a week while we visit the Grand Tetons.
We're about an hour away from the park, at like Central Park.
Yeah.
So it is going to be a little bit of a day trip to go to the park, but we wanted to be able to enjoy the scenery along the way, not just be inside the park. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna be exploring Wyoming.
Yes.
A little bit, and I gotta say, it's pretty.
It's pretty amazing.
Once you get through all the flat part coming up.
It's really
from where we were,
because I always thought Wyoming was like pastures and mountains, and then we get through this area that looks like Red Rock Canyon. Yeah. We got a piece that looks like Bryce Canyon. We got a piece that looks like parts of Colorado.
You got some Utah. You got some Colorado. You got some Arizona.
Yeah, it's like a little mixture of all these different little things as you're driving through all the back roads to get here, because we were coming from a harvest host.
It's kind of cool. So. Very unique.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's keep on rolling. What better time to go ahead and upgrade the truck? So with that said, today's video sponsor is eTrailer. So thank you guys so much for sending this to us. Today we are installing an airlift wireless onboard air compressor system. So this is going to be really cool. So we have plans to use this in two ways. One is eventually we want to put airbags on the truck. And then second is to have a air compressor fitting off the backside so that we can just use this instead of having to carry the Viair around with us. So today we're going to open this up. We're going to do a little bit of an unboxing, see what we need, what components come with it, see what we need to actually install it, and then we're going to start installing it on the truck. Hopefully we have all the parts. If not, we'll have to deal with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. All right, let's see what we got here. Really excited about this. This is something that I have wanted for a long time. Wireless air system installation instructions. So we've got air hose and wiring harness. Looks super complicated. We've got a fuse, some fittings, some T-valves, which is good because I was hoping that we would have that. Some wire ties. Some other good stuff we got in here. More air hose. It's always good. You don't know how much you're going to need. We've got the remote. And then finally, well, not finally, we have a few other little fittings. And then finally, the air compressor itself, which is not big. It's not big at all. Got to find a place to mount that under the truck. There's a couple of different ways you can mount this. You can mount it like that, where it goes around the frame. The 450's frame is so thick. I don't even know if I can. Yeah, it won't reach from the top to the bottom of the frame. So I don't know that the U-bolt's going to be the option that we can go with, unless we can find holes that are in the frame. All right, so what I'm going to do at this point is see if I can't get up under this truck and find a place on the frame that already has holes and will allow for the orientation of the air compressor to be right. I want to be on this side. I want to be on the passenger side, just because it's the battery and the outfitter switches are on the passenger side under the hood, and I think it would just make it easier to run them. Okay, I watched a video on YouTube, and like they mounted it this way, or you can mount it to the side. There's actually holes drilled into this already. So this side, this hole right here lines up with the hole in the compressor already. The only thing is I'll have to drill one more so we can get 2 points of contact, and I'll have to drill through the bracket, but that'd be no big, hopefully that's no big deal. See, there's a hole right here on the top. Oh, it's right there. Oh, we got it. We got it, guys. Right like that. All right, so I use this brace right here that goes to the cab. You know, obviously you have to take the compressor off if you ever need to take the cab off. God forbid we ever have to take the cab off. But got the wires in, got the air hose running the other way. It looks like we're good. I just need to tighten this down and that'll be mounted. All right, next thing we need to do is actually this wiring harness that I plugged in. There's two wires coming off of the compressor itself. So we got to wire these two together. And then this line right here goes to the battery. All right, now that I've got the air compressor mounted, basically what I'm doing is just connecting the wires exactly the way it's telling me in the manual. And then I get to have a little bit of fun in running the wires all the way from there, all the way to the front where the upfitter switches connect underneath the hood. Once I'm done running the wires to underneath the hood, I'm going to spend a little bit of time just wiring it in. And with the Ford, you have the capped off wires that are underneath the fuse box. They're already connected to the upfitter switches, so that makes it super easy. All you get to do is find which one you want to use, find the color pattern, and then tap into that wire and your upfitter switches work. Once I'm done running the wires, I'm going to test the air compressor out, and that's really it. All you do is mount it, run the wires, and then test it. We do have some future upgrades that we want to do, like airbags, things like that, but today we're just getting the air compressor installed. All right, well, got it mounted, and so there's the compressor. And my wires are running to the batteries. You saw that I tested that. I don't have the end. I don't have the end I need. So what I did is I ran the air hose right up through there, and then zip tied all of them right there above the frame. So it's just a big kind of wound up bundle. And then I have my air hose whenever I need it to go run the other end. But that's going to do it for today. And yeah, we have an air compressor on board now.
Really?
All right, so today we have an RV project, and it shouldn't be too difficult. We have to swap out the toilets of our RV. Look, we've had 3 years in this RV, a lot of foot flushing. A lot of taco nights. We have new toilets that I need to install because the ones that are in here have been used for the last 3 years and they get a lot of wear and tear.
The pedal.
The pedal basically broke on both of them almost at the same time. So we've got 2 new toilets. We have the Thetford, which if you've had those before, I'm not a fan. I like the toilet, like the sitting, but the to change out the seal is horrible. You have to take the toilet apart. You have to take it out, take it apart to change the seal. That's horrible. And then the second thing I don't like about it is it only pushes water from the backside and it kind of spreads around the bowl, where the Medics that we just bought have the holes all the way around the rim, so the water comes out all sides.
Like a house toilet.
Yeah, more like a house toilet. We got the Dometic 310 and in white because we have white toilets.
Why did we choose that over the 320?
Price, and 320 is actually much longer. Like, I don't think it would fit very well, especially this back bathroom. It wouldn't fit very good. It's more like a residential, like it's much longer. It should be nice. And because we had Good Sam's, so we went to Camping World and they had the toilets there for $2.99. Online, it's $2.44. So with your Good Sam's membership, they'll price match. So we got $111 off of these 2 toilets. So worked out good. All right, I gotta get this other toilet out. You guys don't want to see this. It's horrible. Play that funky music, white boy. Hope this works. Looks like a pretty good toilet. I got like really prepared to lift it, and there was.
It's only like 8 pounds.
I think the box weighed more. Ah. Yeah.
And
That's nice.
Soft clothes.
Oh, this one is much heavier.
That one's lighter than our other one?
Way lighter. Now I gotta try to get these.
Are you being a plumber again?
Yes. Alright, so this is gonna go that way, then that way, and then I got.
You want to say what happened?
This one will connect to that one, and I think I might have gotten it.
That pipe back there doesn't fit the connector.
Yep, thankfully there was extra pipe under the floor. Still the best tool I have ever bought. Or the most useful tool anyways, for RV life. And the problem is the toilets, this part is too far away from the wall, and they used solid PEX. So it was going like this, and like you can't screw it onto the toilet because it was misthreading and all that other good stuff. So we're gonna fix this up nice and good.
Easy press.
Well, it's holding water.
It should, brand new seal.
And then check the floor, make sure there's no leaks.
Nope.
Good job, baby.
Thanks. Nick, come here, look what I had to do to the plumbing. All right, I'm glad we're done with those projects. We got a lot done in today's video. Next week, we're going into the Grand Tetons, going to show you guys the national park, and there's an amazing military museum right down the road from us, so we're going to check that out as well. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, make sure you subscribe. Till the next strange adventure, keep making your own.